Here's a quick video. Our water heater is right above us, right here, in this area. And evidently, we have two water heaters up there, tankless. And evidently something popped inside the closet as it was defrosting up in the attic. And now we got, brand new cabinets and everything, all freshly done. You got water now coming back out of the wall over there. Most likely going to be on the other side as well. Where this is all at too, because right on the other side is the same thing. I don't see any water damage yet there, but the water heater cabinets are right where this curvature goes up. They're right in this area here. So the water starts coming out the wall over there. Most likely it's going to be out here. And when we first moved here, that's exactly where the water was coming out before, but from the faucet, small pinhole in the PEX piping, which led us to do all of this. So now, we get the same issue, put inside the water heater closet. Water dripping out of the vent. Now you can see where the drywall lines are at, which is there. This water just came down. Can't freaking believe this house, man. Only idiots install water heaters in the attic in an area that freezes. I'm telling you, the plumber here and the HVAC guys are idiots. The electrician and so far foundation and framing are good, but the other two are bad. Hey everybody, how's it going? All right, let me pull these up here. Well, I wanted to give you a quick little update that what's been going on here on the Thompson Farmstead Adventures. It's been a venture, that's for sure. Now, what's been going on is the past, it was around Wednesday, Thursday, we started getting the cold front in. Friday, we got pretty darn cold. Thursday, Friday, we started freezing up. And well, we ended up freezing up so bad that our furnaces, our one furnace, we have two in this house. House is 3,300 square feet, and the previous owners put two systems in, one strictly for the bedrooms, one for the common area. Well, on the common area, and those are both up in the attic, I've shown you other videos of that, and I'm going to show you one tomorrow, of the furnaces and the water heater closets that are up in the attic. We have two tankless water heaters up there, two reams. They're good units, Anyways, move on from that. Off the common area, there's a 4-inch duct that feeds that little closet to help keep the inside of that closet warm when it gets down to certain temperatures. When it gets down to like below, like 11, 14 degrees, something like that, it doesn't work that well in that closet. So anyways, what happened is that that common furnace turned off. Trying to get at here is that the furnace shut off, and because that furnace served also a small duct to the water heater closet, the water closet froze up. And what happened is that we ended up losing water throughout the house for most of it. And then when it came on, my wife heard this big old pop. Now, you guys know that when we first moved in here in December 2020, that at this sink right here, I told you guys how we had a small water leak, and that when we'd step on the tile floors, which back then it was granite 12 by 12s, you step on that and water would come up to the side of the grout. Well, we had our main line coming in from the street to the house, had a hole in it. Well, it's actually the crossover to the little guest house. It had a hole in it, so it was leaking. The first day I brought my first load here, I'm calling plumbers because the district is calling my wife saying we've dispersed 43,000 gallons. I'm going, oh my gosh, I can only think that the fire sprinklers went off for whatever reason. So anyways, there's a leak in the property. Then District 5 has a 6-inch line on our property. It burst too in December, right after I got my wife here. And then we had the freeze then. Then we had, it's just like one thing after another. Well, because of the way the plumbing and the HVAC is done in here, I'm not happy. I'm taking it all out. I showed you that in the last video. Gone. Well, what happened is that the Kohler digital shower, which is like a body shower type thing, it has 6 different outlets on it, handheld and all this other. Where you just stand there and spin around and act like an idiot and think you're getting everything washed and wet. Just for, they really don't work that great. They're paying the butt. Anything that has to be digital or powered up. Because when you lose electricity, you lose your shower. Because it has power to it. You lose, same with the water heaters. You lose electricity, no more water heater. Because they're tankless and they require 120. Well, this here is the Kohler digital setup, and it has all these sprayers and all that around there. So what's going on right now, because I have no water, I'm actually using a bucket with a spigot, like my old camping days, putting it up here on top of this shelf that I did with these 2x12 treated lumber. And that's how I'm taking my shower here for a few days, because the main line going into the Kohler valve system blew. That would require parts, checking out, finding the parts of this whole thing. The thing of it is, I'm remodeling this bathroom anyways, and this is the original tub, and it's still open from when we had the remod here. Well, it started when that shower, the water heaters are right here above us. The furnaces are right above our closet, which this closet here is a fortress because it is made out of block, because it's also a storm shelter, okay? And I haven't been in this closet to really store anything because there's mold all up in the plywood that they left here when they end up building the concrete. That's the only thing I can gather. When they formed out the concrete, and they, you put your 2x4s and all that stuff to hold it up. I can only think that they left the plywood up there because they needed something to screw to. Well, I've got to tear this whole closet out anyways. And get that done, just the drywall and any studs and stuff like that. Now, I can't do the block, of course, because I'm going to keep it as a shelter. But once I get all the furnaces out off the top, because they are 90%ers, 90% units, 90 plus units, they condensate. And you don't want condensating units in the attic because it freezes. And that's exactly what happened. The condensate drain outside, where you normally see it come out, froze. It backed up and started going through, and there's some kill switches in the pans. Well, it killed that one unit because it froze up, and made a problem with the water heater closet and everything else. So tomorrow, you'll see that we're going around, starting with taking out all the fire sprinklers, and the reason is because once I turn the water on and I fix the problem and capped off what I needed to and bypass the water heater that only takes care of this shower, which is crazy because there's 2 water heaters up there that will do 3 showers at one time. So the previous owners wanted one water heater just to take care of his shower. That's a little bit much. And then the rest of the other water heater takes care of the other bathrooms on the side of the house and this one here, as well as the sinks. So once I got everything under control, got the water turned on, made sure everything else was going, then all of a sudden I'm getting ready to hop in the back shower, where the guest room is, because mine's down, and my wife yells at me, "We got a leak in the sprinkler system." All right, well, that stopped everything. Guess what? We've been now disassembling this. We shut down the system, drained it all out. We're taking out all the sprinkler systems in here, taking out the water heater that's no longer functional to this shower, building a closet outside. I got another closet on the other side, which I'll show you guys later on, what's going on, what my plans are, and how things are working out. So we can get all of this stuff out of the attic so we don't have this garbage anymore. Oh, also, we have low profile vents on the roof that when it snows, the wind blows the snow up in the attic, and then we get little snow drifts all over the attic. And I've been going through and sealing those up, and I'll show you that too tomorrow. You guys, hey folks, how you doing? I have to flip my phone back and forth. For some reason, the button on there goes to photo button, and I can't flip it back and forth, so I'm doing it this way. Anyways, this morning we got Matt over there. I'm showing Matt the reason why is because, let me go over here. The reason why is because I'm trying to show how big this attic is and what we've done. This part here was already wooded in. This is previous, you know, because I think the owners wanted to use it just for storage or make another room out of it. We're going to turn it into another room. This is what we did so we can get the equipment in and out of this, or get it out of the attic and have access. We put all this plywood down here and all this framing I've shown on other videos. But we're going to show you right now, here's part of the fire sprinkler system, which is also the domestic water lines that go to, there's a water heater in the garage. And like I said, and that one's an electric stand-up style. And then we have the water lines going to the laundry room and stuff that I'm going to reroute. This whole area was just congested with the fire sprinkler line. It came in and then looped around and went back out. And we're marking everywhere with red tape. So I'm going to show you guys something later on. I bought these little 3-watt RV pancake lights that are LED. And I'm going to replace, here's how big the attic is here. I'm going to replace the sprinklers with those pancake lights and turn them into basically emergency lighting. So like when the power goes out, those will go on. I just got to find the relay. There's a pipe up here for the sprinkler line that went up and over our living room. There's another one over here. You see right there, coming up and over. So far we've taken out all the sprinkler system on this side, and we're working on the master bedroom area, which is part of that pipe right here that loops around the back side. I'll show you in a second. I'm going to move my foot in here. The pipe loops around there, goes a fire sprinkler there, the one on the side wall, then it came around here, and went to one right there where you see that hole. And now we're going to put a piece of cardboard over that just for right now. So when I get those lights, I can just stick them in. Here's the gas line that's torn. I'm going to be replacing that. Of course, like I said before, all the ducting and everything else. But here's the water lines going everywhere in this attic with a potential leakage situation. And let me show you back up here. This is basically the furnace closet. There's the exhaust going out, and then there are 2 units there. So I have to find all this water line underneath this furnace closet, figure out what's what, because I don't want to have any loose ends when I turn that water on and have some major issues. But I still got to go through this whole attic, all throughout the backside over here, hit the bathroom over there, the sprinkler systems throughout over there. There's 24 sprinkler heads in this house. Get this open. These are the 2 water heaters. That one feeds basically 3 bedrooms. It feeds the master bathroom, sinks, and tub, as well as the 2 other bathrooms, or the 2 other bedrooms that are Jack and Jill, where you have in the corner we have the tub and toilet, then separate sink on one and separate sink on the other for the other bedroom. So this one here feeds all that, where this guy here only feeds the master bedroom shower. And down here, this is the Kohler system. This is what broke going in there. So instead of me trying to find and order this piece here, this whole garbage is coming out. Like I said, I'm taking these guys out of here. Let me stand up real quick. Hold on a second. I don't get up too well anymore. Taking all this out. These are coming out. The condensers are now disconnected, so we can get rid of the refrigerant lines, get those out of here, and start working on building the finishing up the furnace closet so I can get my new equipment installed. But here's the platform that we built up there, so I have a workstation and also get my fireplace vent up to the roof. So this is where all the problems lie, you know, this congestion here with all the drain pans. Drain pans are for secondary issues that go over you have a pipe that'll go over a window or a door. They use this as a primary drain. And the reason you have a secondary drain, if you see it dripping over a window or a door that you use a lot, then you know to call somebody to come out and check your system, because the primary drain then is clogged up. Well, since it freezes out here, it freezes up. This whole drain pan here had 3 inches of water in it, completely frozen. And that little red wire right there goes to a sensor in the pan, which is right here at the drain, which shuts it off. Well, basically it indicates, hey, it's frozen, and that's what shut this off, which is our common one I was talking about. And there's the duct that goes into that closet to help keep it warm. Well, like I said, all this stuff's coming out, and we're gonna make everything right. We're gonna get rid of the closet, get rid of these units, get rid of all this stuff, get everything outside. Turn around. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything outside in closets. Where the condensers go outside over here is where I'm going to build one closet for all the rest, the bathrooms over here, including the master bedroom shower. And then the other water heater is going on the other side, where I'm putting my furnaces downstairs in a closet, where there's a separate mechanical closet for the water heater. And that'll take care of the kitchen and laundry room side. And I'll get rid of that third, that third 220 electric heater and get it out of here, which will give us more closet space in the garage for, you know, brooms and whatever, vacuums and stuff like that. So yeah, here's the mess that I'm going to deal with. I'm redoing all the gas line too, getting that out of here, and I'll be showing you guys everything that we're doing little by little, step by step. All right, guys, just to let people know here, when you move from California, that requires you to permit everything. And I'm talking everything. You know, they even have code enforcement driving around making sure that you pull permits to do this job here and there. Now, I'm sure they might have that code enforcement in Tulsa and maybe Oklahoma City. But out in the country, and I'm finding this out here, it was all new to me, that there's a lot of places in the surrounding states, Texas, Kansas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, all that stuff, that don't permit a lot of stuff. This house has no permits. Out here in Oklahoma, there's only 4 licensed contractors that are required. Where I think in California, I think there's 172 contract licenses for contractors, and we're talking, you know, for low voltage, high voltage, plumbing, heating, air conditioning, yada yada, general contracting. Out here, they don't have a general contractor's license. They have the MEPS, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and commercial roofing. That's the only licenses that you need to obtain in Oklahoma. Now, when it comes to air conditioning, they have like 6 different levels. You can get your license just to sell equipment, or you can get your license for service only, where you can handle Freon, or you can get your license for sheet metal only, or you can get your license for installing a certain amount of tonnages, like I think it's 15 tons on down, or get your license for 15 tons on up, which covers, those two cover all the bases then, where you can do your sheet metal, Freon, and everything else. So things are different out here. So if anybody's out there saying, Jeff, you know, the house came with fire sprinklers, oh my gosh. No, what happened is that we've come to find out that the previous owner, as I guess when he was a kid or something like that, was in a house fire. So this house has overkill of everything, and which is also potential problems, especially for freezes. So having 2 systems in a house of 3,300 square feet is not uncommon anywhere, not even in California. Our house in Riverside had 2 systems, one 4-ton, one 5-ton. And one took care of upstairs, the other one took care of downstairs. 4-ton for upstairs because it had less square footage, and the heat also rise. 5-ton for downstairs because it had more square footage. But the water heater was always out in the garage, not in the attic. And our furnaces were in the attic. But even if they were 90%ers, it doesn't freeze in Riverside. We didn't have to worry about that. So if people start freaking out because I'm taking out sprinkler systems here, it's because this house has never been permitted. My dad has a house in Arkansas, Bentonville area, a nice neighborhood. The whole neighborhood consists of homes from 4,200 square feet to 11,000 square feet. No permits. My dad's house is 5,300 square feet. No permits on his. So it's basically do what you want out here. Just hire the 3 contractors that you need, plumbing, electrical, and mechanical, and that's it. So out here, I don't have to worry about getting my general contractor's license. If I own a screwdriver and a hammer, you're basically a general contractor in the state of Oklahoma and Kansas, Tennessee, and Arkansas. I'm not sure about Texas. I'm sure it's the same. I mean, it's pretty lax when it comes to that because these are mostly farmlands. You know, we've got acres and acres of farm around us, you know. I mean, we're talking thousands of acres around us. So if you guys are freaking out because I'm taking out a sprinkler system, well, it's a pain. You know, you don't put sprinkler systems. And plus, also, I asked a local plumbing company, he was also the chief of fire department. I go, do you guys have any houses that are out here that are built with fire sprinklers? And he goes, no. He goes, it's not common to do that because we get the freezes. And then after I found out the story that the guy who owned this place and built it, I believe this is a story, was in a house fire, which will explain all the windows everywhere in the house that are only about 18 inches off the ground, which is a cool look. It's good for, you know, escape. But there was like multiple doors coming out of the master bedroom. You had the bedroom door going into the dining, but then you had it going into the patio. And then that little back patio had 3 doors to get out of the house. Then you had a door outside that door. Then you had the front door. Then you had the side door. It's like there's a lot of escape routes, you know. Then you have the sprinkler system. Then you have the alarm system. You can see that somebody, and then there's 2 safe rooms in this house. The one in my master bedroom, and then there's another one here in the garage, right here in the floor. You slide that open and you go down on the bottom. So there's multiple of everything in here. Like I said, there's also 3 water heaters. And I just showed you the 2 upstairs. And here's the other one that we're taking out. And just making it down to 2 units that are simply located, simply to service. And just getting rid of all this extra waste. Now, it's nice to have redundancy. Now, redundancy means it's not, you know, not needed. It's actually backup. Okay, redundant would be not needed. Redundancy is needed. And when I used to do switch gears, and basically back then when pagers came out, cell phones started coming out, and all that stuff, we would have 2 systems in there. One as a backup. So if one went down, the other system stayed on and went on and started running, or they would switch them back and forth to make sure that the maintenance was okay, because you got thousands and thousands of these servers inside this room that need to be cooled down. So having redundancy backup is always okay to have. That's what people do that live out in the country. Just have backup for backup sometimes, you know. You got your power, then you got a generator, then you got maybe an extra generator in case that generator can't start, you know, whatever, or propane or whatever to burn or something, you know. But anyways, want to let you guys know why I'm taking out the sprinkler systems, because talking with Randy, who's a fire chief in this area, says, no, it's not needed, you know, and then the story behind who built the house. So don't freak out because I'm taking out fire sprinklers. It's not to code anyways. I mean, it's definitely not to code. Nothing. The water in here and the HVAC, definitely not to code. So I'm making everything to code that I'm used to in California. So don't think I'm doing something stupid, you know. It was stupid to begin with to put fire sprinklers in a house that freezes. Anyways, y'all have a good day. God bless.